Yeah, I'm Dave Jones. I'm a franchise consultant for the Franchise Consulting Company. I'm a 26-year corporate veteran, and I began doing this kind of work after I was successful with my own franchise. After selling that in 2016, I went on to work for a franchise for 2 years, and I'll now be opening 2 more franchises in 2021, where I'll be semi-absentee. So I can bring to clients a lot of background and experiences that they may not have, and a lot of suggestions on how to validate their process. So there are a lot of franchises out there, actually about 4,000 based on 2019 International Franchise Association. So the challenge is to find the right fit opportunity. If you begin with 4,000 and you want to get potentially to one, you have to be able to say no a lot, and you have to identify your strengths, your capabilities, your capital with the right fit opportunity. So that process is what I like to educate people on. And we are much like a real estate broker. If we find the right business for you, or real estate agent finds the right real estate property for you, we're compensated by the franchise. If we don't, we provide a lot of education. So we are kind of a why not use that tools and that expertise and that experience to benefit you as you explore. So we're going back from 4,000 to 1. It's got to be a process. Without a process, you can spend a tremendous amount of time and energy to try to find the right fit business. There's a book that I recommend and I will supply called The Franchise MBA, and that process is very straightforward but very educational. To make an informed decision is what your end goal is. And sometimes that decision is no, this is not the right fit opportunity for me. But we'll go through and we'll follow the process within the Franchise MBA, and we'll show folks how along the way to do their due diligence and to do their validation, to line up their capital and to make sure funding's in place, and we'll coach them all the way up to the final decision. So my background is a little unique in that I spent 26 years and I worked for a corporation that was a great opportunity, gave me great skills, but I lost all work-life balance. For me, it was a matter of regaining that. I was traveling all over the world, I had 3 children, I needed to get off that treadmill. I looked at taking a lower level job that would give me the kind of flexibility I was looking for, and I thought, why am I going to do that and sell myself short? Might as well work for myself and build an asset. So I did that in 2008, 1 month before the Great Recession. My timing is always great. And I built a business through 2008 up to 2016 and had it up to 3.1 million. My goal was always to sell it. I did that, and now I'm being able to bring those experiences both from corporate but also from being a franchise owner to those that are contemplating the same kind of decisions that I made. So for my business, it's all about referrals. If you don't do a good job and you don't help educate people, you can't expect for them to say good things. And when they say good things, other people recognize that and support that. So on my website, which is BeYourOwnBossFCC.com, there are testimonials, there are videos, there are white papers. There's a lot of education we provide people. And in fact, we do seminars. There's a seminar called A Lunch and Learn. I used to go over the world and giving these until COVID hit. So like everybody else, I pivoted, and now I do it via Zoom. The next one coming up, it's about an hour long, and it provides you an overview of the process. I'll have a lender come on and talk about funding. I'll have a franchise come on and talk about their business. And I'll have 2 franchise owners come and share their experiences, what they did before, what they're doing now, and most importantly, how are they doing. So you'll get to hear from people who walked in your shoes before you. So the process is simple. It's all about being educational. When I left a very good job in 2008, the person on the other end of the phone, like me, was awful. And she took no time to learn about me. She didn't ask many questions, and she was selling me businesses that she thought were good, or maybe she had great commissions. that really put me off. And so I try to do things completely different from that. We'll start off with a 45-minute consultation call after you complete a brief questionnaire for me. From there, I'll write a franchise business plan for you so that will be the guiding light we'll use together as we go out searching for opportunities. And then finally, as we look at those opportunities, we want to look at them through 3 lenses. Number 1, is it Amazon proof? Let's face it, if we have to compete with Amazon, we're not going to win. So we want to see how this business opportunity stands up to an online provider. Number 2, is it recession resistant? How does it do in good times is important, but also how does that business, what does that vertical market look like when times aren't so good? And then finally, and most recently, we have this thing called the pandemic. We never really thought we had to worry about such things, but now we do. So we want to look at business opportunities that not only remained essential, but actually did well during 2020, during the pandemic. So as we look at opportunities, those are the 3 things that we'll consider heavily. So you don't have to choose a franchise consultant like me. You can spend time on your own, on the internet. But the question I always have for folks is, how informed can that be? We all know everything on the internet is 100% true, correct? Obviously not. So you might as well ask for folks who can bring an objective perspective, no bias. For example, maybe you might want to consider a business for the senior care space. Let's go take a look at other options, not just one option that you've chosen. And we can help you compare and contrast those business opportunities so you can make a really informed decision about that, in this case, a senior care business. So I'm bringing this video to you as I'm continuing to be informed and educated, just like I want to do with you. I'm at the Tampa Convention Center, where we're at a franchise expo, talking to other and new emerging franchises, existing and successful franchises, and fellow consultants, as well as lenders. So we would like to provide that education, and we can only do that well if we ourselves continue to be educated and remain current and informed of what's going on out there. So I would love to have the opportunity to help you and share those experiences that I've had on my own, from corporate to franchise business ownership to working for a franchise and up to and including a franchise consultant, which I'm doing today. Thank you very much.